We're out here with Pac-12 Media Day. How are things going?
Things are going great. Having a great time here. We got Keon Kennedy, Grant Newell here with me. Oh look, there they are right there. Hello, check it out. Here they come.
We'll be talking to you soon.
There we go.
Go Bears.
Go Bears.
Right here.
Mark Madsen.
What's up, Coach? Having fun?
Yes,
Having a good
sir.
time? There we go.
What's up, Grant? How are you?
What's up, G? Good? Feeling good? Enjoying it? It's good, man. Yeah. Everyone's doing well.
All right.
And Media Day is going great. Practices have been phenomenal. And we're about a month away from our first home game.
When did you start practices formally?
About 3 or 4 weeks ago, kind of that date the NCAA gives us, and it's been phenomenal. Up tempo, great ball movement. The guys have bought in, and the guys have really gotten themselves in great physical shape, conditioning wise, and so that's always gratifying to see as a coach.
Fans have been really excited seeing the practice videos, the way the guys are moving up and down the court, and all those little things like floor spacing and being in the right place. It's things that we haven't been seeing in a while, and I've heard comments that it truly does look like an NBA offense out there. And what are some of the hallmarks of what you're trying to do out there to get guys open for shots and to space the floor properly?
Part of having great spacing is having a bunch of guys that can shoot, and so we've been able to put shooters on the floor, and just by virtue of the fact of someone being able to shoot 40% from three, that in and of itself creates so much additional space. Now, if you unclog the paint, well, now you have opportunities to drive to the basket. You have opportunities for high lows as guys duck into the paint. You have a lot of ways that you can attack defenses, and so I really like our personnel for the season. I really like the different combinations we can have. Sometimes we'll need to play big. Oregon and Arizona, well, Oregon in particular can play 2 7-footers at the same time. Arizona can play 2 traditional bigs at times, and so we have to be ready for all those different things.
You mentioned earlier when we talked that you can see a roster where you can have 5 guys out there that can shoot 40 plus from 3, which is almost unheard of at either the college or the pro game.
Yeah.
How do you see the lineup sort of shaping up? Do you have a rotation in mind at this point, or are you going to get closer to the season before you know who's going to get the regular minutes?
Yeah, I would say I talk to the players about this all the time. We absolutely are zeroing in on a rotation and a starting 5, and there's still a little bit of room kind of in that 7 to 9 spot where I need some players to differentiate themselves. I need some players to step up so that there's more clarity. Right now, we have some clear rotational pieces. I won't go into the starting lineup for competitive reasons, but yeah, some guys have really stepped up and already started carving out roles. That being said, I don't think I've ever had a team that ends the season with the same starting lineup or the same rotation as we started with.
Can you talk about a few of the things that have stood out to you about some of the individual guys in practice so far that maybe you weren't necessarily expecting?
Yeah, I mean, let's start with Fardaws Aimaq. I mean, Fardaws is a guy who had some tough injuries last year, but he's rebounding at an elite level. He is phenomenal at getting to the free throw line. He's got great footwork in the post, and he can stretch the floor and make a 3. And we've seen all those things in the multiple scrimmages that we've done where we've brought in refs to officiate our guys. Grant Newell, here's a guy who, the word that comes to mind is versatility and toughness. Grant can handle the ball. He can initiate the offense. He can defend. He can rebound. He can make 3 threes in a game or more. Ndie Okafor. You can switch Ndie Okafor onto a point guard, onto a quick point guard, and Ndie's going to be fine. Ndie's a pretty dang good shot blocker. He's elite in that way. He can slide his feet. He's one of our best rim rollers, catching lobs at the rim, getting and ones at the rim. He has a good voice on defense. Devon Curtis, young player, has the ability to stretch the floor, can make a 3, getting better every day at rolling to the basket. He can do both. Great energy as a person in terms of Devon Curtis, and what he brings every single day to practice is extremely valuable and important. Big Gus, who came to us obviously from the transfer portal. Gus has just been a guy that, we've talked about it as a team. He just makes plays. He makes plays in big situations. He's been on the second team a lot in practice, and he's made some big plays against the first team guys. And he's shown, but you would expect that with the experience that obviously Gus has had in his playing career so far. And then you move over, you look at the guards and the wings. Jalen Cohn. Jalen is a point guard. He's also a flamethrower. I mean, Jalen's had practices where he does not miss from three. I'm talking about contested threes that he does not miss. And guys are going to be hanging all over him. He's going to knock threes in.
Have you seen many guys who can get elevation like him on a shot?
Nobody gets elevation. Nobody gets elevation on a shot like Jalen.
Yeah.
And Jalen's in the gym at anywhere between 4:30 in the morning and 6 a.m. Himself personally with the team managers working on his game. Devon Peltier, unbelievable basketball IQ, unreal. His knowledge of X's and O's, his knowledge of the game, his knowledge of spacing. He's a scorer. Knocks down the three, shoots the mid-range, gets into the paint, posts up as a guard, drops fouls. Devon's been great. Devon Peltier has been a really, really nice piece. Keon Kennedy, our best defender. A guy who shot close to 43% in conference play in the AAC for Memphis. Keontae's a guy, he'll drive it down the lane and dunk. He'll drive it down the lane and flip a lob pass up there. He's a guy who can finish with both hands. He's in elite shape, elite, and the guy's never tired. He's never tired. That's a testimony and a testament of how well he takes care of his body and how well he just takes care of his personal conditioning on his own.
Well, I could ask you questions all day, but I know you've got some media events coming up, so I will hopefully catch up with you soon, and glad to see you out here, and we're looking forward to the season.
Yeah, Jim, I can't thank you enough for being out here, man. Great to see you at Media Day, and I want to tell Bear Insider, we're excited to see you guys at games. I love the passion. I'm not a subscriber because you guys need that private area to
don't read the boards.
No, I don't. You guys need that personal area to be able to rip on things, whatever. But what I love is the passion. And definitely to all of Bear Insider and to the entire Bear Insider community, thank you. Thank you for your passion. Keep the passion going. Either way, keep it going because ultimately it fuels us, it propels us, and we'll see you at Hospice Pavilion, the house of pain.